This is B. Nagaraju, contract lecturer in botany from Government Degree College, Koratla. Today my topic name is cell organelles. In that cell organelles, we are going to learn structure and semi-autonomous nature of mitochondria and chloroplast. So this is the mitochondria. This is the structure of mitochondria. These are the part of mitochondria, ATP, synthase particles, inner membrane, ribosomes, granula, cristae, and these are the structure of mitochondria. So now see the introduction of mitochondria. So mitochondria means it is a Greek word. So the mitochondrion. So in that mitochondrion, this is plural mitochondria. So singular mitochondria. So it is a double membrane organelle, and it is present in that all eukaryotic cells. In that mitochondria means in the mito means thread-like structure, chondrion means granule-like, found in cytoplasm of cell. So generally these mitochondria is called as powerhouses of the cell, powerhouse of the cell, and first observed by the Altman in 1894. The term mitochondria was coined by Carl Benda. 1899, the term mitochondria was coined by Carl Benda. So this is the introduction of mitochondria. Now see the morphology of mitochondria. So mitochondria size is generally optimum 0.45 to 1 micrometer in size. Okay, and the length is 1.1 to 10 micrometers long in length. All mitochondria may be shaped in the bean shaped, and some is fibrous shaped in or elongated in some, and some cells it looking like thread like structures. So number is depend upon type and size and functional of cell. Example, average liver cells contain 1500 of mitochondria. Now see the ultrastructure of mitochondria. So in that we are going to learn about that in mitochondria, outer membrane, inner membrane space, intermembrane space, inner membrane, and cristae and matrix. So these are the major titles structures. So this is the fine diagram of mitochondria. So in that we observe that these are following parts. So it is the inner membrane, this is the outer membrane. So this is the folded region is called as cristae, and the central portion is called as matrix. So the intermembrane space, this is the intermembrane space. Now see the each one part of the mitochondria. First one we see the outer membrane. So this is the outer membrane is the simple phosphate bilayer. So it encloses the mitochondrion. So it contains the large number of integral protein structures called porins. So large protein structures, integral protein structures are called as porins, which allows the molecules freely diffuse from one side of the membrane to the other. So the porins pass molecules less than 5000 D and loans nutrients molecules ATP, ADP, etc. and can pass through the outer membrane with ease. The outer mitochondrial membrane is composed about 50% of phospholipid bilayers. Okay, and now see the inner membrane, intermembrane space. It is also called as perimitochondrial space. It is also called as perimitochondrial space, the space between inner membrane and outer membrane. It has high proton connection, and the space between inner and outer membrane approximately 70 angstroms in size. Because the outer membrane is freely and permeable to small molecules, the concentration of small molecules such as ions and sugars in the intermembrane space is same as that of cytosol. Okay, and the proteins present and participate ATP synthesis. Now see the inner membrane. So this is the inner membrane, and in the it is a freely permeable only to oxygen, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen. The inner mitochondrial membrane contains proteins that perform redox reactions in oxidative phosphorylation, ATP synthase, and transport proteins and protein import machinery, mitochondrial fusion, and fission protein. So these are the fission proteins, and several antipode system exist, allowing exchange of ion between the cytosol and the mitochondrial space. So now see the next part in the mitochondria. It's a very important part. This is the it is called as cristae. So cristae is a fold, as are folds inner mitochondrion. Our cristae is are folds of inner mitochondrial membrane, and with expand its surface area, enhancing ability to produce ATP. So in that crystal region, we see the stalked particles or inner membrane spares. So it is the crystal is covered with this inner membrane spares called stalked particles or knobs or heads. So now see the next part, matrix. So this matrix is a very important part in the mitochondria. In that matrix, it is a space enclosed by the inner membrane, and gel-like consistency and density and homogeneous, and it contains 2 by 3rd RD of our total proteins of mitochondria, and the matrix have enzymes, DNA, genome, ribosomes, tRNA, granules, and fibrils and tubules. And the matrix is important in the production of ATP with the aid of ATP synthase and contained in the inner membrane. So major enzymes included enzymes involved synthesis of nucleic acids and proteins. So next, unique nature, unique of mitochondria. So mitochondria are unique in their own way, containing their own circular DNA and their own ribosomes. The DNA in the cell nucleus does not code for the construction of mitochondria. So site of several metabolic reactions. So in that outer, we see the first one, outer membrane. In that outer membrane, oxidation of epinephrine and degradation of type of tryptophan, elongation of fatty acids. In the inner membrane, we see the oxidative phosphorylation. In that matrix region, we see the Krebs cycle, beta oxidation, and detoxification of ammonia in urea cycle, storage of calcium ions. So these are the metabolic reactions seen in the various part of the mitochondria. So these are the major cycles we seen in that mitochondria in the various places. So this is the Krebs cycle, this is the electron transport, and the glycolysis enter into the mitochondria. So these are the major cycles are seen in that mitochondrial place. So next one we see the next cell organelle. So it is chloroplast. So this is the fine diagram of chloroplast. So every green leaf part areas present in that these cell organelle chloroplast. So this is the fine diagram, this is the leaf part, and these are all dotted spots are chloroplast. Now see the chloroplast structure. So the location of chloroplast, every green part of the plant have chloroplast. So now the historical points of the chloroplast. So first one we see the historical points of the chloroplast. Chloroplast were described as early as 17th century by Nehemiah Grew and Anthony van Leeuwenhoek. So the term plastid was used by the Schimper in 1885 and also classified the plastid of plants. And Mayer and Schmidt and Schimper, Mayer, Schmidt, Schimper showed that chloroplast always arise from pre-existing chloroplast. And Wilster and Stahl isolated and characterized green pigments chlorophyll A and B. Wilster and Stahl. Wilster and Stahl isolated first time the green pigment of chlorophyll A and B. And Julia Sachs showed that chlorophyll is confined to chloroplast, not distributed throughout the plant cell. So now see the distribution of chloroplast, and the chloroplast remain distributed homologously in the cytoplasm of plant cell. The algae usually have a single huge chloroplast. The cell of higher plants have 20 to 40 chloroplast. When the number of chloroplast is inadequate and it is increased by division, when excessive it is reduced by degeneration. So now see the chloroplast as semi-autonomous organelles. Semi-autonomous organelles. Chloroplast as a semi-autonomous organelles. So now see the like of mitochondria, the chloroplast have their own DNA, RNA and protein synthesis machinery. And so DNA of chloroplast, the first time reported by the scientist name is Riss and Plant. And chloroplast DNA is a double helical circle and with an average length of 45 micrometer, about the size is 1,35,000 base pairs in size. Ribosomes of chloroplast are smaller than cytoplasmic ribosomes. The type of ribosome is 70S type, resemble with the bacterial ribosomes and contain tRNA. And protein synthesis, DNA chloroplast codes for chloroplast mRNA, rRNA, tRNA and ribosomal proteins. So type of plastid. So the term plastid was used by the Schimper in 1855, and Schimper classified the chloroplast the following types. So they are the leucoplast, chromoplast and chloroplast. Now see the each one. The first one we see the leucoplast. Leuco means white color. So they are colorless plastid. All leucoplast are colorless plastid. found in embryonic and germ cells, embryonic and germ cells, and found in those regions of the plant which are not receive light. So, and they store carbohydrates, lipids, protein, and accordingly are following types. So they are called as amyloplast, leoplast, and proteinoplast. Amyloplast reserve the food material, leoplast reserve the oil, and proteinoplast reserve the proteins. And the next one we see the chromoplast. Chromo means color. So are found colored plastid containing carotenoids and other pigments. They impart color yellow, orange, red. So the certain portion of plants such as flower petals in rose and fruits, tomato, roots, carrot, and these are chromoplast are two types: pheoplast and rhodoplast. And the next one is the last one is the chloroplast. Chloro means green color. So it is occurs mostly in the green algae and green part of the plants, contain pigments like chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, and DNA and RNA. So according to Schimper, different kinds of plastids can transform into one another. So for example, chloroplast is transformed to chromoplast. Chromoplast is transformed to leucoplast. Leucoplast transformed to and chloroplast. So this is the fine structure of chloroplast. So these are the major parts are inter membrane space, outer membrane, inner membrane. So this is the grana, and this part is the colorless part is the stroma, and these coins like coin like structures are looking in that these are called as thylakoids, and these are the thylakoid spaces. So these are the main parts of a chloroplast. So now see the ultrastructure of chloroplast. Chloroplast comprises the following three main components. Now we see these components. So first one is the envelope. The entire chloroplast is bound by the envelope, which is made up of double unit membrane. Across this double membrane envelope, exchange of nucleic molecules between the chloroplast and cytosol occurs. And the next one we see the stroma. So next one is we see the stroma. Stroma or matrix. So it fills most of volume of the chloroplast and contains gel fluid phase that surrounds the thylakoids. So it is called as grana, and it contains proteins, ribosomes, DNA. The stroma is a site of carbon dioxide fixation. So this is the important point. The stroma is the site of carbon dioxide fixation, and where the synthesis sugar, starch, and fatty acids and some proteins occur. So in this region, so what are the synthesized sugars, starch, fatty acids, and some proteins. Now last part is the thylakoids. Thylakoids consist of flattened and closed vesicles arranged membrane network. The thylakoids may be stacked like a neat pile of coins forming grana. So there may be 40 to 60 grana in matrix of chloroplast. So we see in that thylakoid region light reactions occurs in thylakoid membrane. So this is the important point. So the light reactions occurs in the thylakoid membrane. So this is the clear diagram of chloroplast. This is the outer membrane, and this part is the grana, and the inside of the empty space or cavities is called as lumen, and these these are called as thylakoids. This part is the colorless part is called as stroma, and this is the inner membrane, and this is the outer membrane. So now see the functions of chloroplast. So major function of the chloroplast is photosynthesis. So the process of photosynthesis consists of following steps. The first one is the light reaction, second is the dark reaction. So now first one we see the light reaction, and it is also called as Hill reaction. Photosynthetic electrons transfer reaction of photochemical reaction. In light reaction, solar energy is trapped in the form of chemical energy of ATP and NADPH during the oxygen evolved in this photolysis. So next is the dark reaction. Next stage, the dark reaction. It is also known as Kelvin reaction, and photosynthetic carbon reduction cycle (PCR), photosynthetic carbon reduction cycle, and carbon fixation reaction, and is the thermochemical reaction, and the reducing capacity of NADPH and energy of ATP is utilized for the conversion of carbon dioxide to carbohydrate. So this process is occur in the stroma region. Thank you.